Okay, welcome to cover number 2. This is the actual part 3. It does not have as much to do with the racism in the groups as racism in general, but it's part 3. So we're going to take you from the groups after I finish my point about the groups. The point in the groups was that there was a debate about Barack being a horrible ass president and how great Trump is right now. But see, here's how this works, and I will be honest with you without being biased. When a president is doing well and your wallet is doing well, you love that president. Unless you're the guy whose wallet's not doing well, even though the president's doing well. Like some of those motorcyclists from Harley Davidson who had to move their shit back down to Mexico because it was cheaper for them to get the metal. Especially when they were going through all those little taxation things and things like that. It was not allowing us to import. Okay? Because the metal that we buy from ourselves is just way too bloody high. So that's how that worked. That also worked against the Harley Davidsons and other car factories that had shut down because as great as the great red-headed troll in charge is doing, some factories still had to shut down. And this is one of the things that brought us to how great the red-headed step troll in charge is doing. But in case all of you guys forgot, way back in 2008 when Obama signed the bloody thing to put all these car manufacturers back in business, all these loans and all this other stuff, and SUVs were not getting sold, and Hondas was picking up, but everybody else was not buying Dodges or Fords or Jeeps or any of that stuff. Well, guess what? I lost my job. When Obama became the president, I lost my job. And just like everyone who's losing their job with Trump's, complaining doesn't change the fact that I lost my job. See, we hit the recession, recession. We hit something where America was going broke. And the good old people at Brown's You'll Love the Service decided that they were going to not reallocate my ass, but let's use that legal loophole and throw James out. Because it wasn't like they couldn't find me another store to go work in. It's just that no one likes a truth teller or a guy who only brown noses but won't kiss your ass. Alright? Everybody has to brown nose a little bit. Just a little bit. But you don't have to lick the hole. Okay? And I wasn't going to lick the booty hole of anybody. Anybody. So, when Obama put this stuff into motion, which I'm sure half the people in the group were probably barely teenagers, so it didn't affect them. I was a grown-ass man in my 30s, and I lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my income. I had no way of making money. I got a girlfriend who eventually would dump me a year and a half later. Okay, it was like 2 years, but still, she dumped me. But I couldn't get work. I couldn't get arrested getting work. And then I got a job at TJ Maxx, which was going great. And then I joined the military. So, yeah. Obama had some things that didn't really work out for me. Did that make me hate Obama? No. But in that group, and the other group, everyone was hitting on Obama. I mean, they were putting it in. They were digging for gold in Obama's ass. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's funny how they would say that, but they clearly forgot that our current administration was a blatant racist. Because the Central Park Five, it's quoted that he said, we should hang them and kill them if they're guilty. And even if they're not guilty, he didn't want to give them a chance. He was one of the first guys in line clapping his hands when they caught those 14-year-old kids. First off, what are 14-year-old kids doing raping people? We still had Atari. We still had Nintendo. Only the rich people could afford them, but we had them. I didn't have one. Anyway, the point of the matter is that these guys went to freaking jail for 30-something years, and this red-headed demon seed in charge clapped his hands about that crap. I don't know if you ever met them after they got out not too long back, because they were proven innocent, because DNA saved their asses too little too late, because one guy had all kinds of problems, and we won't relive his pain, but he had all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. But the people in the group didn't bring anything that Donald Trump did up bad. They could see no wrongdoing of this guy. They could not see the forest for the trees, even though the trees were slapping him in the face. Because I brought this crap up. I was like, okay, well, what about how he told the Standing Rock Sioux Indians before he became the president that if he won, he would not do anything to let those people come through. Chick, first day. Now the pipeline can go through the Sioux Native American land. But you just said the day before, because you were sure you weren't going to win, but the day before you said, if I win, I am not going to let no one touch the Standing Rock Nation. I hate a liar. More importantly, I hate a racist liar. But he's always had problems with Native Americans way back in 1993 and beyond. If you go watch my other 2 videos, you will see that, providing that they did get flagged for hate speech. Okay? That being said, let's move on. Then the fact that he went as far as to dishonor the Navajo code talkers by bringing up Elizabeth Warren and calling her Pocahontas. Which, by the way, she has proven that she has at least 10% of Native American blood. So, that being said, me being part Native American, a lot more Native American blood in me than in Miss Warren, but it would be great for a Native American to actually be president of the United States of America, because that would be a milestone and a glorious moment. I'm never going to live to see that, but if I do, I'll probably be about 190 years old. If this suit still fits, I'll wear it to the White House. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway, our guy can dream. The fact that he called out Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas in front of Navajo soldiers who have served, where he has not committed to serving in the military, and none of his children have actually committed to serving in the military. And I can say this because my dog tags on that camera over there, it's real. My cat card, that's not in my pocket because these pants don't have pockets, they're real. All of my uncles on my mother's side, except for maybe 1 or 2, has served in the Navy or the Army. My one uncle on my father's side has served in the Army. And to everyone currently serving right now, we have served in the military. The USAF is an honor to serve. So if you are Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, Scarlet Spider, that's me, thanks you for your service. Now back to the point at hand. Some people might not know that they're racist. Some people are not so much racist as bigots. And some people, like me, don't really think that there's a true difference. Because here's the thing. You can make a racist statement and not be racist. People do it all the time. And some of them don't even know that they're making racist statements. Which is understandable. You know. It's quite possible that you can make a racist statement and not, not be racist. It happens all the time. However, if you are directly going around calling black people the N-word, or white people the H-word or the C-word, and if you're calling Asians any Asian derivative, you might be a racist. Yeah, you really might be a racist. And before you ask, why am I wearing this Scarlet Spider outfit? Because I promised the groups that I would make this video and that I would be wearing the Scarlet Spider outfit. But I also said in the other 2 groups that if I wear this outfit, would you be more inclined to watch a superhero talk about racism or a mixed guy talk about racism? I'm pretty sure that you passing by here, seeing the Scarlet Spider talking about racism, you'll stop. Where if you see a guy whose skin is brown, who may be going down, you just might keep going around. So, here I am, in the Scarlet Spider outfit, being the Scarlet Spider, and talking about racism. And how some people might not know that they're racist. Now, I will say there have been many TV shows that have addressed racism. And if you have not been watching those TV shows, then you probably aren't really paying attention to what's going on in the world. If you hate someone for the color of their skin, and only the color of their skin, guess what? Your ass is a racist. Alright? If you hate someone because of racial stereotypes, like the one about Asians and eating cats and all that other BS, because there's more. I'm just trying to limit the scope because I don't like talking about other people racist and stuff, because I'm mixed and I don't have the right to be a racist. And FYI, Native Americans might have ate a few cats too. But That being said, and Native Americans are biologically Asian, by the way. So that being said, if you're worrying about stereotypes and hating people for that, guess what? You may be a racist. Now, a lot of people was making racist statements in the group and not realizing what they were saying. It doesn't mean that they were racist. It just means they were making racist statements. Calling somebody a boy when you know that they are black and they are a grown-ass man and possibly older than you is actually a racist statement. Because the first thing that a cop does when he pulls over a person of color is, "Hey, boy." Yeah, don't worry. The next video is going to be about all the current events. And I'll still be wearing the Scarlet Spider suit. But this video is important because of the simple fact that if you don't know you're a racist, there's nothing wrong with that. But you might want to wake up really fast before someone rearranges your dental work. Because sometimes a racist statement may really be a racist fact, and it may piss off a person that you are assuming is bad because of their race, and then you may make them bad when they rearrange your dental work. Now, a lot of things that happen that make people racist. A bad experience with one person ruins it for that person, for that race that offended that person on every level. This is what spawns, "That boy can't date my daughter." There's no way that that chinky girl is going to bear one of my grandchildren. I don't want my child dating that blonde-eyed, blue-eyed chick, 'cause she's the devil in the blue dress. Now, what you just heard was an Asian stereotype on females, a white stereotype on females, and a black stereotype on men. Now, the reverse stereotype is when the Asian woman isn't allowed to date black men, but she's allowed to date white men, where the parent will be like, "You can date anybody you want, but you can't marry a black man." That's racist. You can date those Asian guys, and you can date those white guys, but you can't date that black guy. You will not date that black guy. That is just forbidden. I will disown your ass if you date that black guy. And worse than that, if you have those little mixed babies with the nappy hair, you're not going to be welcome back in this family. That, my friend, is racist. And FYI, I got pretty good damn hair. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I was multicultural. See, I am a product of what happens when you actually let love exist amongst people. Because the thing of the truth of the matter is you can't help who you fall in love with. I specifically like Asian women. I'm not ashamed to say it. That's not why I'm wearing the costume. Although I'm sexy as hell in this costume. But, I like Asian women. I like mixed women. But that's because I'm mixed. Our stories are pretty much the same. Except for it's probably easier being a girl mixed than it is being a boy mixed. Because being a boy mixed, you got a lot of bad things going on there, buddy. You got guys telling you you're not a full in, you're half in. And then you got girls telling you, especially black girls. Black girls used to tell me this all the time. "You're not good enough for us black girls. You'll never be good enough for us black girls." And things like that just happens. Hold on. There's a group contacting me right now. It's Popcorn. I don't know if you guys can see me, because I can't see you. What's going on here? Yeah, I'll have to get back with you because I'm filming right now. See? I'm filming right now. So I'll have to get... No, dear. Let's get that correct. I am the Scarlet Spider, not Spider-Man. I am much better than that 2-bit hero. I'm a clone, but I'm awesome. Be seeing you. Say goodbye to everybody. Say bye. Everybody say bye-bye. Okay, I have to go back to filming now. Thank you. Sorry. And don't worry. Ben Reilly's still the best Spider-Man. Even if I'm a clone. So, as I was saying, if you're growing up and you're mixed and you're a girl, to me it seems like a little bit better of a trip than how I had to grow up, being mixed and a guy. And it was hell. It's just really, really bad. But a lot of people made a lot of hurtful racist statements. And I will give a shout out to my friend's dad and his twin brothers. Because they were racist. but they were honest racist. They were honest about it from the day they met me. And their words were really simple. We don't like black people. But because you're mixed, we got to give you a hall pass because you didn't get a choice in that, you know. And they were the coolest white rednecks I ever met in my life. So, thumbs up to those guys. Because, see, I don't have a problem with racist people. Especially if you're honest. If you're not going to be honest, I would much rather you stab me in the face than stab me in the back. Because at least if you stab me in the face, I got a chance to block the damn thing. But if you stab me in the back, I'll never see it coming. Which is why your best friend can often be turned as your worst enemy. Now, I want you to think about this stuff that I'm talking because, we've been on here for like 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. And the thing is that a lot of people don't know that they're racist. Or if they're not racist, they don't realize that they make very racist statements. In the group, there were mad racist things going on. In both groups. They were just mad racist statements. Going back and forth. I tried to defuse the situation. I failed at it because once they started talking bad about Obama, I flipped out because I voted for him the second time, not the first time. And when it came to Donald Trump, I voted for Hillary because I didn't get to vote for her the second time because she didn't run against Obama the second time. But had she ran against him, I would have voted for her. About time to get some feminine freshness inside the White House. But anyway, we don't need to worry about feminine freshness. So, here's my thing. It's very bad to be racist. Racist statements are bad, but we all make them. Even I have made a racist statement here or there. It's very bad to be prejudiced. We've all done some prejudice. Trust me. I'm very prejudiced about other superheroes taking my limelight. That's right. I'm very mad that Peter Parker gets to live and I don't, which really sucks. But anyway, that being said, when you are being racist, when you are making a racist statement, when you are doing racist, hateful things, do you not think, do I want somebody doing this to my kid? What if the scope was reversed? What if white people were the dominant species to be slaves? But the joke's on you. There were slaves in every ethnicity in the planet Earth. There were black slaves, there were Asian slaves, and there were white slaves. Now, the white slaves were indentured servants. But no one can say if they had it any better or worse than the black slaves. It was probably running about the same because a lot of female indentured servants were raped by the guys that paid their ticket to get over here. And don't think for a New York minute that the celestial brides, the Chinese slaves, were not raped and molested as well. Don't think that, because it's true. And yes, Native Americans are biologically Asian, and yes, there were Native American slaves, and some of them were even slaves of the own tribe. And then the taking of America happened, and it was just getting a big-ass clusterfuck from there. So before you make a statement, before you think about doing such a horrible act, and before you do anything stupid, ask yourself this. Do I hate this black man, this Asian man, this white man because of the color of their skin, or because they're just jerks? And for you ladies, do I hate this Asian woman, this black woman, or this white woman because of the color of their skin, or because of their privilege, or because you're just being a jerk? You have to weigh this stuff out. Understand that it's never okay to hate anybody for the one thing on God's green earth that you and I can't change. You can't change your skin tone. You can't change your race. But you can change who you are. You can become a good person if you choose to do so. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. And don't be racist.